lives matter, but in these crucial situations, black lives gotta matter to black people. For a long time, we ain't been equal.
How you, man?
What's the deal, man?
I'm sitting here with B. I know, bro. I'm sitting here with BFord, man. Our connection, man. R.I.P. to the great Shooter Rich, man. That's how we, brother, first found out about each other. But I gotta tell you, I gotta give you your roses, man. This shop is crazy, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
I seen you come from the mud with it. So
Hey,
it was like
literally ground up, detailing people's cars in front of my crib,
stack that bread.
detailing people's cars outside in front of their crib.
And everything just came together.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Time.
But I just want to know, like, when did you know that the car thing is what you wanted to do? When did you first know? Just for the kids or the people coming up?
You know, it's interesting because what was it, 2004? It was a brand new 2014 Dodge Avenger. I remember I bought it. It was brand new, fresh off the lot. I had maybe 7 miles on it. I bought it and I was cleaning it at work, at my job. I used to just go outside, bored, clean my car. Didn't have nothing else to do. A lot of people was asking me on the internet, like, yo, can you clean mine too? Da, da, da. I'm laughing it off. Yeah, pull up, I got you. So people start bringing me their rides. I start doing their cars, and it was just like simple stuff, nothing too crazy. And then my brother and my boy, both of them came home from jail at the same time, like within a couple weeks of each other. Okay. And I seen they couldn't find work. So I'm looking at it like, all right, I kind of got an opportunity to kind of put some money in some people's pockets from a legal perspective, and I'm already gathering a following. So that's when I started doing my research and realized that there's an industry with detailing. This is an actual thing. I thought it was just a hobby for me. So then when I did my research and I started really practicing and getting into multiple cars and learning things, I really just grew a passion for it. Okay. And then it just stuck, honestly, just snowballed.
It's like a trickle effect.
Yeah, no,
and
for sure.
You start gaining traction, you start getting a lot of clientele and things of that nature.
It was overwhelming, to be honest with you. It caught me by surprise. Still to this day.
That means the city got love for you, man.
No, for sure.
You're doing some great stuff.
I appreciate all my followers and friends, people that share my stuff and like my stuff and all of that. Come through, get their cars done, refer me, all of that.
Cause we don't get enough love from each other.
That's a fact.
It's all this different shit that's going on in the community, and us black people don't love on each other enough. They call it soft, and they call it this, that, and that. But me, I make it a point when I see all the guys on there. We go on Facebook, and I'm constantly sharing out stuff. I don't care if I'm sharing my stuff. I'm just showing. I'm trying to build that gap in between time to be like, dang, this is a group of brothers that we came from nothing. We came from these inner city communities, and we can still become something out there.
Yeah, we gotta show people more love and give people more positive encouragement and let people know that they on the right path and they doing the right thing. And we see them, even if we ain't friends. I still see you. You know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of people that reached out to me, either detailing or just from a parent perspective. Bro, I see you. I see what you're doing. Stuff like that. Don't know you personally, but I respect what you're doing, and the feeling's mutual. So.
That's dope. So the next question I want to ask you: what inspired this art? Because this will be a major attraction.
Where do we want to start? We can start with Nipsey. So Nip, in terms of my favorite music artist, Nip wasn't even in my top 10 in terms of favorite artists, but in terms of my favorite men, he's up there with Tupac and his inspiration. I don't. People who changed me as a man is people who I can respect, and Nipsey was one of them type of people that really kind of gave me the drive to really constantly get up day in and day out and pursue my own shop and to pursue trying to build my business and just pursue something in general. So, it was Nipsey that was the soundtrack of my past 4 to 5 years of life. So I had to make sure he got up there just as a constant reminder to, this is a marathon and not a sprint, and then just keep getting up and just keep working at something every day. So definitely Nipsey had to be up there. That was for sure. And as we follow, we'll start with my mom. I lost my mom when I was 16.
R.I.P. to your mother.
Yeah, back in 2007. So R.I.P. to her. So of course she had to go up there. My granddad and my brother, I actually lost both of them this past December, a day after each other. They both died from COVID. My granddad died from COVID in the hospital. My brother died from COVID in jail. So I had to make sure that they got up there. My granddad was the one who raised me. That was my dad, so he had to go up there.
I always see your daughter, man. I got to meet her one day. She's gorgeous. I see her all on Facebook, man. I got to meet the little model one day.
Yeah, so that's my youngest daughter I'm holding there. That's my baby. She's she run
the show. Huh?
Yeah, I call her my supervisor because every time she comes to the shop, she'll stop and she'll stare, and then she'll just try to climb in whoever's car I'm doing, and she just be looking around like making sure I'm doing my work. So she's up there. My son's up there holding his first medal from football. So I made sure he got up there. My daughter's up there throwing her peace sign up. You know, that's my oldest. And, you know, my daughter actually works there too. She's in charge of my TikTok videos.
Okay, so she getting a little hustle.
Yeah, for sure. She got her own lip gloss business and different things like that. So she draws and she's special.
Okay, now on a segment of Wisdom by Drew podcast, I read them verbatim my own book. It's Wake Up and Be Awesome questions. I just want to ask you a few questions just to see where your mind is at. I know you got a lot of business going on, you got a lot of family time going on, and you got things of that nature going on, but I got some questions to just try to stir up some things and see where you at.
Yeah, that's the way, man. I'm an open book.
All right, my first question.
Yes, sir.
What's one thing you wish you would have known before you begin detailing cars?
Do I wish I would have known? I think I wish I would have known how to operate as a businessman and as a boss, as a CEO before I got into the industry, because it was tough trying to transition what was a hustle over into an actual legitimate business, and that transition, you know, it takes a lot of learning and trial and error and failure and, you know, ups and downs, and obviously it builds character, but you still, like, it'd be beneficial to know certain things.
You know, the best tool I've learned just by dealing with business, you just got to get into it.
Fact,
you got to figure it out.
That's really all there is to it.
Just
like,
figure it out.
And that's the part I appreciate about the grind, was just getting into it, and like I stumbled into it, so it wasn't like anything was planned, anything was worked out. I stumbled into it, and then I just learned on the go.
Because a lot of people, what they want to do is they want to be perfect, and then they procrastinate, like, oh, I don't got this in place, or I don't got that in place.
Absolutely.
And never get started.
Absolutely.
So definitely, that's what I learned about business. I just get fully in tune with the grind. And I'm an open book. I get in. I got my LLC. Didn't know what I was doing. Got an accountant. You know what I mean? Building on that. You know what I mean? Figuring out the point. Okay, number 2. What's your biggest failure, and what did you learn from it by dealing with the whole detailing situation?
Biggest failure. I think I would say my biggest failures have been probably not being prepared for some jobs. Like a lot of jobs, like I just wouldn't show up like prepared with every tool that I needed, or, you know, not knowing exactly what I was doing when a customer was asking me to do it, and, you know, just learning how to not mess up. Like, all right, don't use this on this material, and don't use this tool on that area, and so on and so forth. I think those was like some of my biggest failures, because those were some of the bigger setbacks, and, you know, showing up to a customer's house and not having the proper tools to get the job done, and then have to give them an excuse for why. Like, that stuff be unprofessional, but like I said, it's part of the growing pains. So.
It seemed like it paid off, because I'm gonna keep congratulating you on this shit, because, you know, we go back, man.
Listen, man.
This shit, I know where you come from, bro.
You know what's crazy is I still haven't even like soaked in like the shop, because I still have so much that I want to do.
Overwhelming.
I just got so much that I want to do, so it's like it's not really. We ain't get there yet until I really look around and see everything like coming to fruition.
Okay. Number 3. What advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a career in auto detailing? Like, there's that one kid out there that's like, this might be the path that I want to take. Mom, I seen BFord do what he do.
That's my advice. Call me.
Just give you a call.
Other
than that, help him out. Give him something.
Not even try. Call me. I guarantee you, I'll help you out. Anybody that details in this city that knows me, they spoke to me at some point, and, you know, I helped them. They helped me. But on the flip side to that, because obviously I'm not like the greatest detailer in the world, but just do it. if I had one piece of advice to give anybody with anything, it's just do it. Like, there's so many ideas that I've left on the table that I still have on the table because I just never took that leap of faith to just do it. But detailing was something I just did. Like, just do it. Just go out, get a rag, get a vacuum, get a bucket, get some spray, and just do it. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, get into it, learn each car that you're in, learn your way around the car, learn what you did wrong from each job, learn what you did right, and just keep doing it and just stick to it because nothing's going to happen overnight. Those success stories is really like a fairy tale.
So, boys and girls, if you want to do auto detailing, he's giving y'all the olive branch to call him through his busy day. So you guys got to get out here.
I don't care.
And he said he'll make it happen.
Call me, shoot me a text. 412-758-5972. Everybody knows my number, so it don't matter if I put it out here on the camera. Call me, text me, inbox me, email me, Instagram me. It don't matter. I'm gonna answer all the time.
Okay, number 4. What are some of the best resources that you've learned along your way?
Networking. Just being open-minded to meeting new people and talking to people and just having a conversation with people. Like, that actually goes a long way. Like I just said, I just had a retired stiller. He just left a couple minutes before y'all got here, and I never met this dude a day in my life. He just happened to be following me on Instagram somehow. And you know what I'm saying? He just hit me up, and I've done his car like 6 times. So, like, that's my guy. And like, networking it's one of the best resources. Just meet people, talk to people.
Okay, and I know you had like a plethora of older people that you looked up to. What's your 3 most influential people who you've been around in your lifetime so far?
My granddad's the most influential because my granddad was the one that taught me like to just work hard, like just get up and work. Like, at the end of the day, like, no excuses, you could be tired, you could be hungry, whatever, get up and work. And that's what he did. And my granddad was married into my family, so it's not like any of us was blood related, but he raised me, my mom, my sister, everybody like we was his own kids. And I try to follow his lead in terms of being a father and a hardworking person. So my granddad, number 1, my older brother, number 2. My older brother, he's my older brother, so like I follow his path in terms of like do's and don'ts. When he mess up, I don't mess up because he messed up already, so on and so forth.
You learn from his
If he don't get this girl, I'm gonna get her because I know what he did wrong. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And third, in terms of like older people, it's tough. I don't really think I have a third because it's tough. Like, I'm self-driven, so like
you can learn off yourself.
I learn just by
kind of
just seeing people. Like, I watch. I'm a thinker, so I just watch a lot and don't talk enough. Like, I just watch everybody.
Observe. You're a very observant person.
I just learn from people. So believe it or not, a lot of people inspired me without even knowing they inspired me, or a lot of people taught me without knowing that they taught me. Shout out to Mr. Tommy's over in Homewood. He had a car wash back when I was a kid. It was a black and gold building by the bus station. And I remember I used to walk past there every day to get on the bus. And that was what inspired me to want my own car wash one day. And it was dope to see a black man with his own car wash. He had the Stiller art on the walls. So I always wanted art on my walls and so on and so forth. So shout out to him.
Definitely.
Never met the guy either. I want to meet him one day though.
Boy, giving him his roses. That's what we gotta do out here.
He deserves his roses.
Okay, number 6. What's the most common myth you've heard about auto detailing?
I wouldn't even say it's a common myth. I think it's more so, one, it's expensive. That's a common myth because it's not. It can be, but it's not really that expensive.
It's an affordable thing.
Yeah, there's some. It's affordable. But I think one of the most common myths about auto detailing that it's hard work. I mean, it's really not that hard. The jobs aren't only as hard as you make them. You know what I'm saying? So
that's if you like to do it.
Yeah, I'm saying if you're passionate about it, then it's not really as hard as people may make it seem. It can be fun.
Okay.
I have my moments.
Number 7. This is my little tricky up question.
Uh-oh.
So if you can hop in my shoes,
yeah.
What's one question you would just ask yourself?
If I could hop in,
So if you were the person interviewing,
what made you decide to interview me?
Bro, as my peer, all my peers, I kind of, we're on a even level, but I gotta look up to you in some way. Like, you inspire me in some way to come out here. I was like, was like, dang, bro, I know where you come from. That's just the all to it, bro. We come from nothing, like, completely nothing. And just to try to make something happen out of nothing, bro, I see these silver spoon guys throwing life away.
Absolutely.
And we diamond in the rough, bro. We come from these hill districts, these Homewood neighborhoods where poverty is at a high rate. We got murders at a high rate. And we got to try to surface through that and make something happen. So that's what really was like.
Not become a product.
I got to go holler at bro and tap in to see what he's doing. Because he's doing something different than I'm doing. You know what I mean? But if we could put this together some way, somehow, we can all eat in a different way. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. You know? And we all don't do that too often. You know what I mean? Because it's some hate, some envy. Oh, he stepped on my shoe, I stepped on his shoe. Come on, man, get over that.
No, man. Like I said before, like if you know most of the detailers in the city, like at some point I've spoke with a detailer or two or three, and you know if they got a question, ask me, I answer it. If I got a question, I'll ask them. I've sent customers their way, they send customers my way. Like I'm a big fan of like just sharing love. Like, you know, there's enough money out here for us to eat, and honestly, the little bit of money and the little bit of scraps that we all fighting and killing over is really like a small chump change compared to like what could be. So it's like, you know, we're fighting over scraps when somebody's over here tossing scraps off the table.
There's partnerships out here, man. There's global branding that's going on, man. It's a lot of shit that's happening.
We really got to get together and really, you know, support each other.
Definitely. So number 8, where can the listeners connect with you? Whether it's via Twitter, whether it's via Instagram.
Facebook is probably where I'm most active. Facebook, Brandon Ford on Facebook. I got 2 pages. Follow the one that got the white shirt on. I can't remember what I got on another page, but it ain't nothing simple. Also at BFord's Auto Detailing on Facebook, at BFord's Auto Detailing on Instagram, at Kings Live Forever on Instagram. Just follow me. Also my phone number, 412-758-5972. Give me a call anytime.
Okay, and my last question I want to ask you, as we wrapping up a segment of Wake Up and Be Awesome. My podcast is, as we can see, is Wisdom by Drew Podcast. What does wisdom mean to you?
Wisdom is important. I think wisdom is a collection of experiences and growing intelligence through those experiences and growing like a positive outlook on how to move forward in life based off of your experiences and decisions. So I think once we go through life and you go through a lot of different things and, you know, experience a lot of different things and people, you gather wisdom through that. And I think it's a key part of keeping a generation alive and keeping information spreaded is constantly gaining wisdom and then passing it down.
Go ahead.
Hey, shout out to my brother Camo Customs on Instagram. He the one that supplied all this artwork for me. So I appreciate my brother. Make sure y'all go follow him. Again, at Camo Customs on Instagram. Customs with a Z at the end.
Definitely, I like that answer. Well, as we get into it, we witnessed it live. First interview with BFord Auto Detailing. We came out here. We showed up. We Bees Out. Wisdom by Drew Podcast.
My man, appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Drew, all lives matter. But in these crucial situations, black lives gotta matter. To black people,